Smoke detection is critical when trying to detect a fire. So the earlier you can detect that smoke, the better. Now, there's a new innovative technology that's coming out this year from Xtralis, and here to tell us a little bit more about it is Mick Goodfellow. Mick, tell us what you guys are actually doing, and you know, I can see behind me that we've got some information about early smoke detection.
Yeah, well, I think the most crucial thing really is the early warning smoke detection, as you've just said there. I've got to say though, we've launched a lot of products at IFSEC just lately, and I'm really pleased with the way we've managed to do that with new customers. So I think this show for us really is focusing on new technology. So maybe I can just show you, shall I?
Yes, that would be amazing. Let's take a closer look.
Just a little bit more quicker look. I mean, we specialise at Xtralis very early warning smoke detection, so a great intro for that. And on this stand here, we're trying to launch this. We do very early warning smoke detection, but now it's on about the addressable market. And what I mean by that is, when I talk about addressable, it's being able to identify exactly where the point of fire is going to be. And so we were competing, I suppose, with normal smoke detection. But if you can imagine now that, I think one of the main features we have here, if you can imagine a hotel or the Shard, for instance, you can see a picture of it just there on the stand. They have multiple hundreds of smoke detection devices covered out for all the rooms. So can you imagine a hotel room with everyone has a smoke detection in there?
I cannot imagine how many smoke detectors there must be in a building like the Shard. Thousands.
So I want to try and pinpoint on that. So aspiration is not new in the market, even though we're a market leader. But what we're trying to do is address that area of, of servicing and everything. So you can imagine like a massive hotel with multiple smoke detectors in each one of the rooms. You've got to go and service that twice a year. And that's going to be a hell of a, huge manual thing to do. So within the box here, the way we try to address that solution is to be able to do it. So this actually self-tests itself. So the huge saving for us as an industry from a fire perspective is it's a self-feature that enables it not to be able to go to each detector. So it actually tests the actual device from the box itself. So you've no need to go to all your rooms and knock on the doors and all that.
So the man hours you save instantly must be absolutely huge. So efficient for big businesses and, as you said, hotels as well.
A very cost-saving feature. So I just wanted to really get that out. Now we've been trialing that here and getting some feedback from all the customers here. It's been absolutely superb. So we've launched this now, sorry, I was tucking it away there. We launched this now in America, and we launched in the Middle East, in South Africa as well, and we've had a fantastic response. And here at IFSEC, exactly the same kind of thing. So yeah, really good.
That is fantastic. And I know you're pushing a few other products this year as well, perhaps more in the verification side as well.
Right, yeah, let's go and have a look at that, shall we? So, yeah. Two things we're trying to do here really is to do next generation aspiration. So we're bringing up our actual units bang up to date. So what we've done here is we've come out with a new aspiration box. It's actually our third generation. And what that enables us, it is that, yeah, actually. So what it actually does, it enables us to two things. It enables us to have more pipe runs. These are the actual detector devices. See the holes here? That'll actually sample the air all the time. And so with this new next generation, it enables longer pipe runs. In other words, less detectors, but longer pipe runs, so a little bit more cost effective. But what's really interesting and quite unique to the fire industry is we're introducing a series of analytics as well. Now in security, analytics is, it's quite common. So we took our experiences from the security side and put them into the fire. What does it mean? It means that we have a series of features that are on the box. And then if you want to use those features, you can. You pay as you go kind of thing. So you use an app, and you would download that app and enable that feature. So in other words, you pay as you go as you want to use it. Now, for example, we have a series of apps, and one of those would be what we call diesel trace. Just to give you an example. So you would take an aspiration sensor, and if it was in a warehousing environment, that kind of thing, where there's lots of lorries and trucks and cars coming in, you can quite possibly get a build of a poisonous gases, from the fumes and everything. So we'll enable that license. That will help, and it's an extra feature that we're trying to add to the industry. But analytics is new to the industry on fire, so we're keen to get that through. Last day today, again, fantastic response from IFSEC on that.
So you're kind of using this product to do more than one job then. So not only are you detecting smoke, but you're also detecting the changes in the atmosphere, the molecular changes in the air around us at a sort of, a micro level. So you can detect different things, as you say, like, diesel, for example, if there's a toxicity building up in the atmosphere.
Absolutely right, yeah. It's a great sum up, I have to say.
Well, no, it all sounds very impressive. Now, I can see you've also got a bit of a control unit, a hub going on back there. Can we have a little peek, a sneak peek? So, Mick, tell us, what is this?
What we're doing here, what we are doing here, I think we're doing here, what we're actually doing is we're in a security business as well, so it's a fire and security business. So we're trying to bring the concept of fire and security together, okay? So what we're looking at doing now is utilising one of our analytics from our boxes there called Xtralis, and we want to see how we can combine those two technologies, fire and security, together, because nobody's doing that in the industry. So we have an analytics called Xtralis. That analytics is put onto the view of a camera. The view of a camera uses our security devices. When it's triggered, for instance, that will then identify the monitoring station. The monitoring station then will dial into that camera. With the analytics, it will see there's a buildup of smoke, for instance, and then enable you to do something about it. Now, why is that a big thing? A lot of people are losing response from fire because they've had loads and loads of false alarms. So the fire brigade says, you know what, I've had enough of this. So then this is a great way, if you've lost your response or any issues around that, or just need a bit of extra verification, so we can utilise all of our technologies at Xtralis to go for the central stations to verify a smoke detection. And that's what that monitoring is all about there. So we're just trying to pull it all together, that's all.
It's an impressive multi-platform technology across the fire industry. Now finally, just to round up, it's been a brilliant year here so far at IFSEC, but what do you think the biggest changes and I suppose improvements that we're going to see in the fire industry throughout the course of the rest of the year?
Right, well, I think from an aspiration point of view, I can only talk quite selfishly on this side of it. I think analytics is going to be big in the market as far as I'm concerned. We were trying to address false alarms in the fire market, and false alarms, you must have been in hotels yourself when the fire alarm's gone off for whatever reason you've gone out. Now we want to try and address that quite personally, so I think analytics can help a lot towards that. So at Xtralis, we're bringing out addressable units, we're bringing out more analytics, and it's all about less false alarms. So that's what I think. And
who are your typical clients? You mentioned the Shard there. It's a huge building and hotels. Is there anyone else that you're sort of really trying to target?
We were finalists in London Loves Business Awards not so long back, and we were finalists not because of anything else, but there's not any iconic site that we don't do in London whatsoever. So if you just cannot afford a fire, you want to use Xtralis as a point of contact, that's for sure.
That's a pretty impressive accolade there. So brilliant. Thank you so much, Mick. Brilliant to have you here, and get down to Xtralis if you want to have a chat more. Thanks very much.
Thank you.